Okay. Hi.
Hi. I can't do that yet.
Oh.
I can't do that yet.
you
I can't do that yet. Hi.
So pretty.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks perfect.
Is it?
Yeah, it looks good.
Is it?
Looks really good. So pretty. I guess we're doing this.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Are you okay with all the sun?
I put sunscreen. I'd marry this.
I'll marry you.
I'll marry you.
Yeah.
I'll do
We
it.
gotta do it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've come here today to celebrate the coming together of two lives in marriage. Leilani and Josh are making a choice to forsake all others and commit themselves to each other for the rest of their lives. Leilani and Josh, you've chosen to come here today with the belief that the love that brought you together will go beyond itself and into all that you encounter from this day forward. It's often said that we here in America live in the land of the free. And one of our big freedoms is the freedom to choose who we want to marry. 3 years ago this summer, I did a wedding for a fellow from India. And his father told me as far back as they could look in their genealogy, his son was the first one that got to pick his bride. Before then, you were simply told, be here at 5:30, you're going to marry my daughter. You may have met her, you may not have. But you don't have any choice. You have to marry her or you get kicked out of the family. And over there, if you get kicked out of the family, you don't get fed. You don't get fed and you die. So it's a choice of marry my daughter or die. Here, we get to choose whoever we want to marry. We also get to choose how we're going to relate to that person. Now, love does not depend on emotions or feelings, because if it did, the first time we got in an argument with each other, and we will, you'd call it quits and call it all off. But instead, you're going to renew your vows and go on with your relationship, forgive each other, and carry on with your married life. There's a definition of love, and it says love is very patient and kind, never jealous, never boastful or proud. Love does not demand its own way. It does not hold grudges. If you love someone, you'll always be loyal to them, always expect the best from them, and always stand your ground defending them. Now, marriage is a very serious step, and it should never be entered into lightly. But since you both feel that you're best suited for each other, you must work to preserve and cherish each other just as you would a precious gift. Think of your marriage as a fine art, something that you've created to suit your life and legacy together. Just before we got married today, I asked you if there was such thing as a fairy godmother, and she gave you a vehicle of your choice. You wanted a nice Lexus, right?
Yeah.
And yours was a Kia, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, a Kia. She likes her Kia. She wanted one exactly like it. But you'd have the best, the top of the line, you know? And if you had that, you'd take very good care of it, wouldn't you? What's this closest freeway to you? Interstate 5?
No, the 90.
The 90. Well, if you're up there driving along on the 90 and somebody comes up next to you and they're texting, or they've been drinking the night before, and they run that beautiful vehicle off the road, you can get a brand new one, because that's what we pay insurance for. But this is the last Josh model that's ever going to be made. This is the last Leilani model that would ever be made. So cherish each other much more than you would that beautiful car. And beside, a car just needs new tires and oil changes and fan belts, windshield wipers, and it's never going to love you. It doesn't care who owns it. And you guys can love each other, and that's what makes life worth living. In this art of marriage, it is often the little things that really are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands, and it's remembering to say I love you at least once every day. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives, and it's giving each other an atmosphere in which you can grow. It's a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only choosing the right partner, but I think much more importantly, it is being that right partner. Now you have a lot of people today who are involved in your wedding. You have these friends and relatives who are sitting out here. You have myself, your photographer, your videographer, your violinist. They're all involved in the wedding. And what I want you to do is I want you to be committed to this wedding. And the big difference, best definition I've ever heard about being committed and being involved, is a breakfast a lot of us eat, bacon and eggs. And you know, when you have bacon and eggs, the hen is involved in that meal. The pig is committed to it. And that's what I want for you two. I want you committed to this. You give it everything you've got. So, Josh,
Yeah.
will you take Leilani to be your wife and equal? Will you share your life with her openly? Stand beside her in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Leilani, will you take Josh to be your husband and equal? Will you share your life with him openly, stand beside him in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, for richer or poorer, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And what do we have today in the way of rings? Go ahead and pop them out of the box and pull them out for me. And if you would hand those off to mom now, or sister, or someone. Thank you very much. I have in my possession, at least for the moment, 2 lovely rings that have never been worn before, as they shall be worn today. For now they signify that you are husband and wife. Now a ring, or a circle, is the emblem of eternity. It has no beginning, it has no ending. And that's what we want for your love. We want it to go on and on and on. I understand these are made out of platinum, is that true?
True.
Yes.
Well, you know, platinum is an interesting metal. I don't know if you know much about it, but they dig it up out of the ground, mix with sticks, stones, and debris, separate it just a little bit, and then put it into this furnace. It's called a kiln. They turn it into a liquid, and all the impurities come floating up to the surface. They scrape those off, and they throw them away. And you know, they may do this 3, 4, 5 times, whatever it takes to get this beautiful metal. And you know, that's a little bit like marriage. Last month, my wife and I celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. And I'll tell you, there are times when little impurities come sneaking into your marriage. You need to get rid of them, clean it up, get rid of that slag, throw it away. And others will look at you and say, you know, I'd like to model my marriage after what Josh and Leilani have. They've got something that's beautiful. And wear your rings. When you feel them on your fingers, I want you to be reminded, each of you have found a good thing. So Josh, will you take this ring,
Yeah.
place it on her finger, and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I wed you, Leilani,
I wed you, Leilani,
and I will share all my love
and I will share all my love
and life with you.
and life with you.
Excellent. If you can't get it on, just let her do it. Okay. Go ahead and see. Did you want to slip the other one on over it?
Yeah.
Do that now so you don't lose it.
Okay.
Good girl. All right, Leilani, will you take this ring and put it on Josh's finger and repeat after me? Josh,
Josh,
with this ring,
with this ring,
I wed you,
I wed you,
and I will share all my love
and I will share all my love
and life with you.
and life with you.
Got it on? Good. 2 are better than 1 because they have a good return in their labor in life. If either one of them should fall, the other will be there to lift them up. It's very hard to stay warm when you're alone, but when 2 people lay down together, they warm each other. So warm each other, not only with your love, but also with your hopes and dreams for the future.
I'll be your heater.
Now, I don't know if you guys happen to have ESP or not, but I was going to ask you to reach out and take hands and look into each other's eyes. You're already holding hands.
Got
So
it.
if you'll look into each other's eyes, these are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love, that you're holding today on your wedding day. Is your promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you through the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief fills your mind. These are the hands that countless times will wipe tears from your eyes, both tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children. And these are the hands that will hold your family together as one. These are the hands that will give you strength when you need it. And lastly, these are the hands, even when they become wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you that same unspoken tenderness with just one touch. Now, by the authority vested in me by the state of California, and as minister of the gospel, I pronounce you are husband and wife. Josh, you may kiss your lovely bride. So when she turns around, give her back her flowers.
Did it.
Did it!
Did it.
Turn, face your audience, take your flowers back. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to be the first one to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Josh and Leilani. No! Now walk forward. Walk toward your photographer. Walk toward the photographer.
See.
Oh.
Wicked.
Ah!